Hey, what's going on, guys? Don't really have a lot to talk about this morning, but the one thing that has been on my mind, I guess, today is about failure. I've been having a challenge with myself. Beginning March 1st, I said that there's no sugars. I'm eating clean, working out every day, and there's a list of goals that I'm working on because there's a project that I'm working on coming up, and I want to try to be my best. Well, last night comes. And I've been having these feelings of wanting chocolate very badly for the last few days. And I'm always looking things up online, and they say that it's normal and all these things that my body is going through. And I've been pretty good. I've just been eating a lot of strawberries, a lot of blueberries, uh, a few bananas here and there. I've been eating like salmon for dinner. I've been eating like spinach salads for lunch, arugula. I've been doing very well. Um, and I guess I had to learn last night that I had to show myself some grace because for some reason I could not get wings off of my mind. And not only could I not get wings off of my mind, I wanted wings and fries and a soda. Oh man. And where I live at, there's a place. I've never even been to it, but it's a minute drive, so it's like a 5 minute walk. But I'd be dogged if I'm walking at the time of night. I think it was about 7:30 whenever I finally gave in, and I gave in, and I got the wings, and I got the fries, and I had a can of soda that I've just been holding on to. I don't drink soda normally, but whenever I come across a can that they may give out at work or something like that, I'll just hold it for one occasion where I'll finally drink a soda. So I took a can of Coke. Fries were delicious. Uh, the wings were okay. They were what I paid for. You know, I paid $20 for 8 wings. I ate six of them for the fries and of course the soda. Overall, I got what I got. You know, it's not mine. I'm a cook to myself, so I love everything that I cook. It would have been so much better if I cooked it, but I got what I got. I didn't go to that place down the street for a reason because they probably are a little bit trash. Um, and for the money, I didn't feel that satisfaction that I was hoping I'd get. And that happens a lot whenever you put things up on a pedestal. I don't know, relationships or the just different things in life. Whenever you go somewhere and you're expecting these things to be so grandiose, so there's very few times that I feel that I'm ever overwhelmed with satisfaction with things. And sometimes we can put things up on such a high revere that when it comes to actually experiencing that feeling, it doesn't pan out. You know, I think about that also as the same way when you feel like something bad is going to happen and you anticipate all the bad things are going to come if a certain situation happens. And it never normally happens that bad either. You know, and I think that's when your mind works against you. And this is a learning lesson for me as well about the same situation. Um, that it's never really as good as you want it to be. It's never as good as you think it's going to be. And very often, I'm not overwhelmed with being satisfied. So maybe if I can play that particular part back in my head, maybe that can help me in those moments where I do feel a little weak and I feel like I have to have something. I love coffee. I'm more a Dunkin' Donuts than a Starbucks. I'll do a Starbucks if I have to. Um, but I just get a satisfaction for one of coffee, and it's without having sugar in it, man. You're almost just getting you get you get butt in a bowl. It is not that great, but it's okay. It's just something to have, and um, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out those things in life that really give me satisfaction. One thing I know that gives me satisfaction is my kids. You know, they're just wonderful. I have a daughter. She's 23. I have a son. He's about to be 17. Um, it's they are the two greatest things that I've ever seen on this earth. They are. Have you ever just seen your work and you years later? And this is something I used to work for years for the newspaper when I was in high school, and I look at my old articles sometimes, And I'm like, I wrote that. That was pretty good. You're surprised at your work. Now, there's sometimes you do some work and it's pretty trashy. And I guess at the same token, you're like, I did that. But I guess it goes both ways. There's always that two sides to the story type thing. But whenever I look at my kids, especially after Spend a Moment, um, I'm always so proud of how beautiful my daughter is. My daughter is just like a knockout. As she's everything I almost wish she was. She is so cute. She's so like vivacious. She's smart. She's got a great sense of humor. She's built well. She takes care of herself. She switches it up. Uh, she has so much charisma and personality. Um, my son, he's just like me, and whether for good for bad, he is the best of the attributes of me and of his mother. Both of them have the same qualities of just being the best. And whenever you doubt what you do, sometimes you have to look out the product. And sometimes people do pretty shitty work too, so you got to look at that. Like sometimes your kids, they the bad kids in the mall, they the bad kids in the grocery store, they the bad kids at school. And yeah, you did that. My kids aren't those kids. They're not bad at school. You can take them somewhere. They know how to act. They're appreciative. Um, they have a good head on their shoulders, and um, that's about the only thing I can look at and say that, that thing right there overwhelms me with satisfaction right there because I feel like I know that they have a good place going forward in life. And so that's even the reason why I'm doing this channel. Um, the reason why I'm doing a lot of this project is that I'm turning 50 pretty soon. And the first part of my life that I feel it just was full of confusion. It was full of me not knowing myself, me not being able to do something even as simple as this, which is to hold a microphone, which is to hold a conversation, which is even try to open myself to be available to other people, to have my own personality. We're all individuals in this world, on this earth, in this planet, in our country, in our city, in our house. Don't ever forget that you're an individual and you have your right to your opinion. You have your right to feel however you feel. And sometimes those aren't great feelings. Those not great feelings, we have to learn how to manage those in a correct way, uh, not coping with them in an incorrect way, which is something that some of us choose to do. I know that I chose to for a while, and it was because I didn't know any better. Some of us don't have the knowledge of how to cope better or the resources, and they're out there and they're available now. So just make sure that if you're having a tough time with this thing called life, that you're taking advantages of the resources. There's so much out there that can help you. There's so many programs that can help anybody and anything, and use them for help, not as a crutch and not as a way to get over. There's so many people getting over. I can kind of understand why the current administration is trying to cut a lot of programming because they say if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And sometimes those sayings don't register as much as they could until you finally get in a position to understand that knowing what to do is the most positive thing that you can do. Knowledge is power, for real. So, but either way, not much to talk about. I did feel like a failure, but I looked it up. Those little bit of wings, that little bit of fries, in the big scheme of things, for one time, I'm back to my black coffee. Um, it's, it's good. It's good enough. It's as good as it's going to be. It's doing its purpose. It's keeping me awake. I got something warm in my hand, and I'm okay with it. And I'm not a failure. And I was a person who needed some grace, right? Needed a little bit of grace for Uh, and that's what I got. I wasted $20 on something that wasn't that great. It So next time I'll keep that in mind. And I think that's when they say you learn from your mistakes. That was a mistake I learned from. And I got what I got. So that's it for today. Again, not much to talk about. I know that this one didn't hit probably any buttons for anybody, but I hope it did. Register with some of the small things, and hopefully we can catch up again tomorrow. See you next time. Just remember, if you like it, like, subscribe, and get back with me. Okay, we'll see you next time.